Shalom, there are all these reports circulating that American Jews do support the Iran deal by Obama, this catastrophic genocidal deal. That is completely specious. Knowledgeable, fair-minded Jews who care about Israel do not support this ridiculous deal. Now, there are two polls we're talking about. One is by J Street, and you got to be suspicious of anything J Street does because they work with terrorists. They pretend to be pro-Israel, but they just are financed by Iranian and George Soros money. They were set up by Obama to drive a wedge between American Jews and Israel. Disgusting organization, and duped a lot of leftist Jews. Now, their poll asked people hypothetically, if there was a good deal, which could be verified and inspections and could stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon, would you support it? Well, I'd say yes to that, but it's impossible. And that ridiculous hypothetical question was what J Street used to say that American Jews support this deal. Ridiculous. Number two is this LA Journal study. Now, it found that many of the people who answered that they support the deal have never been to Israel. If you don't care enough to go to Israel now, get on a plane and go, then how can you answer a question like that? Second of all, they admitted they didn't know the details of the deal, and they still voiced an opinion of support because they're lefties. And the religion for lefties, and the commitment for lefties, and the priority for lefties is leftism, not Judaism, not Israel, not God, not truth. Now, the LA Journal readership is very far lefty, and it turns out that the supervising organization that helped consult on this study was the Reform Movement, 600 of whom's rabbis are on the J Street board. That tells you all you need to know. It was a leftist biased readership and leftist biased questions, and so you can't use that to base anything in the American Jewish community. And so we see here that this genocidal deal, which now it turns out that it's not 24 days notice for inspection, it's 3 months. They have to hide their stuff. They get $150 billion to finance terrorism. They've got, even if they don't cheat, which they of course will, because they've always cheated, and Kerry admitted that, they will have, in 10 years, when your 3-year-old is bar mitzvahed, they'll have nuclear weapons with the hechsher of the whole world. I mean, this is the most catastrophic deal. They have hundreds of Hezbollah agents in the United States right now. They'll be able to smuggle in dirty bombs and blow up 100 cities with no problem. We don't check the cargo coming into the New York Harbor very much. They're going to buy all the ICBMs that they want. You need to tell me our Air Force, which Obama has gutted to the lowest level since it was created, can stop all 10,000 IBCMs they send off at the same time with nuclear tips here? As Netanyahu says, you don't need ICBMs to hit Israel. You think that Israel will be able to stop 100 ICBMs aimed at it when all it takes is one nuclear bomb to wipe out Israel? And I'll show you the link here to my video which explains exactly why they will have to be taken at their word, that they will use nukes against Israel and the United States. This is a catastrophic deal, and shame on the Democrats in Congress who are going to support jihadist Obama instead of common sense and wisdom, and all the blood that will spill, and there'll be a lot of it, dead Americans, dead Jews, all the blood that will spill will be on the hands of Obama and these Democrats who don't block this bill. American Jews who know and care do not support this Iran deal, and you can't use either one of these two ridiculous polls by these far lefties to gauge anything about the American Jewish community. All I know is that AIPAC, which is primarily Democratic in the past, and certainly did not reject Obama, is full force against this bill. So is the ADL, and most of the major Jewish organizations that have weighed in. It's only the far extreme left so far that are supporting this deal.